He raised his son with a chimp, and his toddler started living like a primate. Winthrop Kellogg was a renowned psychologist. He wanted to study the differences between monkeys and humans. He experimented with his own child, resulting in a twisted outcome. He got his wife involved in his research. At first, the plan was to welcome a baby monkey and teach them to behave like a person. He never thought that his son would be negatively affected by it. That's how, one day, Jackié came into his family. The baby chimp was 7 months old, whereas his toddler, Donald, was 10 months old. The primate would turn out to be more clever. Initially, the experiment was carried out quite normally. Both Donald and Jackié were dressing alike and eating the same food. They would share their toys and have previously established schedules. The chimp began to walk and have expressions. Her only one limit was her inability to speak. But Donald started having strange behavior. After 6 months, Jackié was capable of dressing and eating on her own. And just like grown, she would make use of cutlery, and she would even go to the bathroom without her parents' help. But things were getting complicated for Donald. Whereas the chimp was showing progress, the kid was having strange behavior. His parents started getting worried. Donald was imitating his monkey sister. At his age, a baby human was supposed to be able to pronounce at least 50 different words. The boy could barely pronounce 3. Jackié had become the leader of the pack. Donald would bite his parents when getting angry, while shouting and growling continuously. Winthrop had to make a decision about his experiment before his son became an animal. After 9 months, they put a stop to the tests. They asked the authorities to relocate Jackié. Young Donald had turned into a monkey, and that would bring consequences for the rest of his life. The chimpanzee was taken to a zoo with her real family. But after a year, she was unable to readapt herself. She departed this world as a result of this cruel experiment. And Donald had to relearn how to live like a human. The recordings of such an unsuccessful experiment have become scarce. It was considered a disaster caused by Winthrop. As years went by, Donald grew up and studied. Although it was said that he had traumas because of his life with Jackié. He studied psychiatry in order to obtain the same knowledge as his father, although he was never able to overcome the side effects of the experiment. At the age of 48, he was suffering from depression, and took his own life without a warning. The monkey boy story is still remembered up to this day. Because, although it might have sounded like a good idea, Winthrop should not have exposed his child in that way. This is a case that shows how sometimes there needs to be a limit on science, as a mistake may be very detrimental, to such degree that it can cause irreversible damage.